Well, this is 2022. It's the end of the deer season. It's the last 2 days of muzzleloader. We're sitting here in our brand new ice house we just built. We're in here because the sound quality is a little bit better and I don't get to spend much time in here. It's nice and warm. Well, earlier this season during bow hunting, it was October 20th or so. No, it was probably October 12th or something around there. So I wanted to go deer hunting. My dad was up on a moose hunt with my brother, as you'll see in a later video. And it was just perfect conditions. It was real cold. The wind was pretty okay for where I wanted to go. And there's tons of deer in there. And I really wanted to go up there. And I was going to wait till November during the rut, but I couldn't help it. I had to go up. So I snuck way down through the woods. It's about a mile walk up in through a bunch of thickets and everything. But I knew there was a bunch of deer in there and I didn't want to go through their bedding areas. So I came up and I got up in my stand. I got up, I crawled up, put my crossbow on my back, I put my ozonics up in because the wind was a little bit wrong, but that ozonics is awesome. The deer can't smell you. And even if they do, it gives you enough time. If they're right there and they do smell you, it gives you enough time when they don't really know what it is that you can get them. So I sit down and it probably wasn't even 45 seconds to a minute. I turn around and you'll see, and there's deer coming up behind me. But the funny part of the story is I didn't know if I had any tags. So I'm recording, I'm watching these videos walk around for forever. I watch these deer for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And then, as you'll see, I call up my mom and ask her, and, well, you'll see what happens. Alright. There's a deer right there. I don't know if it's a buck or a doe. Big doe. I don't have a doe tag, so I won't shoot. but nope, they're circling back up around me. The wind is blowing right from me to them, and they walk right up my path. The only reason they didn't smoke is because I'm wearing Evercon and my ozonics is on. And they were so close looking right at me, and I'm wearing my X suit. It's crazy how much those three things work. I mean, literally standing where I walked up through, wind blowing right from me to them, and looked at me and just kept on feeding. Alright, well, you probably don't want to watch half an hour. That doe's walking around, so hopefully next time I see you, there's a big buck. Or just an okay buck, anything will do. I do have a doe tag. Mer. I do have a doe tag. I forgot I got one today. I should have shot it when it was closer, but I just heard it go down. Okay. Well, that was cool. I thought they walked off. I was so excited. I was so excited they had walked off because I was like, I don't have a tag and I don't want to see them because then there's just eyes on me. So I called my mother and was like, hey, I know you bought the tags today. Did they come in? She goes, yeah. I was like, oh no. But I kept hearing them walking and I called and she just walked right out. But I didn't really know the yardage, so I guesstimated. And it looked like I got a beautiful shot. Beautiful. But that was cool. And it's early, so I still got another chance for a doe. Or not a doe, I mean a buck, sorry. Whew, that was cool. I got to watch them for a long time. Alright. Well, hopefully I get a buck now. And cinch this season up, which sucks, but I get to go back to expanded, so whatever. Alright. Let's keep going. Alright, well, I got out of the stand and I was a little bit nervous because I ranged it and I was aiming about 45 yards and it was staying at about 55. So the shot, the last second, ducked. Well, it ducked a little bit and I was like, ooh. It looked like it hit a little low, but I was just looking on the little GoPro screen. But I was like, it looked like it was like perfect in the lungs and heart. But, well, I get thinking about it, I get awful worked up. But if you can see just over there, you can see the arrow. But right as soon as where I shot it, there's blood and blood just immediately. But you start getting down, and this is like 1 second after I shot it, just spewing spraying out of it. Nice, good red blood. Looks like I got heart. Let's check the arrow. Ooh, that ain't good. Looked like I might have hit a rock with that, but I stick it in the ground. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's definitely hard. But I'll take y'all on a little trip tracking it because I'm pretty sure I heard something because I'm gonna get this deer. Ran right up through here, just pissing blood. Oh yeah. Looks like I got one too. Oh yeah, it turned. Look it up on that tree. just dumped it out of it. Look at it. Must have just barely touched that tree. And it ran right down through there. It's on the bottom of that log too. Look at it all. Just dumped it out of it. I don't think it's gonna go much further. Yeah, look at it all on that. Even up in there, but whew. It's like there's blood over there, all the way over there, all the way over to here. Just right out of it. That is a good sign. Makes for fun tracking. Man is running towards us. Crap hole. But maybe it will run right by it, go up on the road. There, look at all that blood. How do I want to get around this? I know it ran right down there. I guess I'll walk right down. There's no problem tracking it. That's all I'm gonna say. No, it's gone right down to a crap hole. Ah, shoot. Them four-bladed Grim Reapers, man, they do a heck of a job. Like, look at that. And this is just running right down by. Look at that. And there she is, piled right up. She died running on her feet. That was just an insane amount of blood. Oh yeah, that was a perfect shot. Nice doe. Hit right there, hit right there. And ran right in that freaking tree. She didn't go further than 60 yards, maybe. Alright, well, I'll pull her out and show her off to you. Get a tag on her and get her out of here. Alright. Well, as you guys can see, it looks forward, but when she was standing there, might have just hit her. I think her leg was actually back there. Her leg was back. But I got a double lung and heart on this doe. Beautiful doe, nice, mature, but not just a giant. Just a beautiful doe. Hell of a blood trail though, that was fun. Sucks it only lasts, you know, a minute of tracking. I have no clue how I'm getting this deer out of here though. That is the problem. Alright, well, I'm gonna walk back and get a jet sled and a truck and get her out of here. Alright.
So this next video you're gonna see, I'm hunting a farm. And a matter of fact, we only got to hunt there one time because we shot the deer and dragged it out. And of course, there's 4 or 5 deer around me, so I had to wait for Braden to come get me. And I kept trying to text him without glasses on, and he couldn't figure out what I was saying. So finally, he kind of walked down towards my stand and scared the deer off, because I didn't want to get out of my stand. And then there was 4 or 5 deer just standing there. So finally, he came down and scared the deer off, and they ran off. And we went back to the truck and got the trail camera and got a sled and dragged it out. And then the people that owned it said it was against the law to drag a deer out when it's dark. And you can see on the video, I shot it at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I probably sat for another at least hour and a half of light after I shot this deer. So a lot of people are just, they're kind of crazy. So we got kicked out of that spot, which was just a doe hole. There was nothing but does. And then we had one picture of an okay buck, but yeah, I mean, nothing I wanted to shoot, so it really doesn't matter. But I did shoot after this. I did shoot another nice doe, and I had my camera on, small buck come out, I'm videotaping it, I'm thinking I'm getting all this great footage, and then doe and a couple lambs come out, and I'm videotaping them. Kind of let them go by because it was a big doe, because I saw her last year's deer all by herself. That's kind of what I wanted. Comes down by, get what I'm thinking is this great video of it, and my camera was dead. So I didn't get any of that one. And then the next night, I went and sat up in one of my favorite little holes, and I heard a deer for probably, I don't know, at least an hour up there. I could hear it crashing around. Every once in a while, I could hear him brack his antlers against stuff. And you're telling yourself, nah, there's just no way that's happening. I kept calling and calling and calling and calling. And after about 40 minutes, I still probably had an 40 minutes or a half hour of daylight left. I looked way down in the bottom, and he couldn't get by me because the land had flooded, and there was almost like a pond behind me and ledges in front, and they had to come up through this little finger. And I see him, he was just feeding along. I kept looking, and I see he had a really nice rack, but he had a huge body. And he comes up by me. He gets what I thought was like 40 yards. And on my crossbow, I have a rangefinder, and you just push with your chin, and you put your 20-yard pin on it, and it'll tell you what the range is. I did it, it said 25 yards. I'm like, there's no way it's 25 yards. And he was quartered towards me, so I put the 20-yard pin on the top of his neck, so it was going down into his chest, and the 40-yard on the bottom. Pulled the trigger, and of course he was 20 yards, and flattened him right in front of me. Thought again I had all kinds of good video on it, but these GoPros in the firs and stuff, when it starts to lose any light at all, you can't see anything. It's all grainy, and it looked terrible, so we're not going to put that one on. But it was a nice 10-pointer. It weighed 203. I really wish we had that one on video, because I watched it for a long time. But you'll see what happens on this next doe video. It's pretty cool. We got a couple with my oldest son too that we'll put on, and his moose. So we'll see you then.